Hi, this is Gary at Webdeersign. This is the new Foundry version of Project 3 that's available now. It uses a lot of the extra and additional features that Foundry has to total re-layout of the previous version. It's aimed at restaurant, hotels, bars, cafe houses, that type of place, but also has applications in many other places. It's minimal, it's clean, it is a website to give a flavor of someone who's considering coming to this restaurant. It doesn't have anything that's not needed, so it hits the spot, I think, for a current type of restaurant. It also, when it does stack on a mobile, it doesn't get too long, so it's a very manageable design that works well across all devices. If we go into the site, you can see a fairly conventional layout. The Foundry nav bar at the top hides out of the way when it's not needed. And here we have a special section which is part of a CMS solution, which I'll talk about later. Textures used throughout almost every surface on the page has a texture applied to it with some CSS. 50-50 split here, very common type of design layout. And we then go down to a second CMS area. Typically these type of websites need to update this on a daily or sometimes even more basis. And we've got some pictures here, give a good flavor of the website using the inbuilt image editing facility within Foundry, and then the really cool rainbow feature used in an unusual way. And enter the website. Instead of having a map in here, we've got a link to Google Map. I think that makes much more sense today. You don't need to mess about with an API key, and you can use all of the other features that you get from actually visiting a Google Map. Go back up, see the other pages. There's a link to menus here and here. Let's go in and have a look at the menus. But it's a clean layout. It's got this nice overhanging menus over the main picture here. We've got a rotating close which will take us back to the beginning, and it's split up into these sections that make it as easy as possible for someone to understand what's in there and see it. It's all about legibility and being able to see the information clearly. And if we go back to the main page, we can then jump into the third of the page. There's 3 pages in the project, and it's a sort of a blog type news, more information type page that can be used for many things. In this application, these are set up as CMS areas, so it functions as a type of a blog, but everything you see here has been provided within the CMS solution. So I'm going to go back to the beginning and talk a little bit more about that CMS. The previous version used used Pulse CMS, which was well, continues to be a brilliant blog and CMS solution. This one uses just a CMS solution, and I started using the Kuler Solutions EditsPro and was just blown away by it. It's probably the lowest cost solution there is out there. It's less than $25, and use it on as many sites as you want, but I'm very impressed with it. So what's impressive about it? Well, to set it up, it's easy. You add a control stack, put your password in, publish it. Go to your publish site, copy a string, go back into Rapidweaver, paste the string in, and republish. That is it. You are now done, complete. No further setup. You don't even need to debug the website because there's no pages that have to be entered, links that have to be entered. There's no admin panel to enter. Nothing can go wrong. You can't put the wrong link in and it not work. It will always work. So it really is less than 2 minutes to set this up, and you know it will work. There's no further debug. So let's just jump into this and see how it works. So you can put this little symbol wherever you want. This is the EditsPro doorway into the system. Another very cool thing is you can have multiple users. I'm going to log in as the master user, but you can allocate different users who've got different rights to edit different parts of it. So it looks like we've just jumped into the same page. in effect, if you look here now, the editable areas have opened up in an editor, and I can go in and change this. So for example, let's say I want to change 10 euros into 13 euros. I make the change on the page. I know I'm in this section because it says specials. I know the layout because I see this every day, so I know where I am. I don't have to navigate somewhere else. So I've completed that, and let's go down and make a change, and let's just call this you know, I don't know, soup, hipster bearded clam soup. Why not? So we'll save that. Good job, done. Now there's all sorts of other things in here. We can change the style or normal sorts of things. We can change the color if we want, the line height. We can add pictures. Now it wouldn't be really appropriate to have a picture in this part, so I'd probably go in the settings and remove that, but I'm just showing you that because it's possible. So it can be reduced in terms of features. It's easy to understand, and I think the end clients will have very few issues with this. And here's the final really cool thing. You log out of the system and the changes you've made are instantly seen. You're not going to get the call from the client to say, I've made a change and it hasn't shown up, and you turn around and say, you've got to go and refresh it, and they say, what's refresh? You know, it just refreshes it for you. So it's done, it's made. Similarly, we'll just jump briefly into the news section, and we'll do the same type of thing. We'll jump in here, we will select the master user, sign in, and now you see the same type of thing happening going on. You can see the pictures we put in. These are pictures we put in. We need to make this a little bit longer to sort of see what's in there. And we can make changes in there and they will be instantly reflected. So from an installation point of view, it is as simple and less prone to errors creeping in as possible. From a user's point of view, it's really friendly. It works great. So we log out of that. That is Project 3, the Foundry version from Webdesign. It requires Rapidweaver 6 or 7 with the latest stacks. It's available now. If you have any questions, fire them in. Thanks.